National Sports Authority issued a statement basically putting a halt to all boxing activities until certain things have been done. That includes the formation of a boxing normalization committee, which we are told will be inaugurated today. Now, on that committee will be Mr. Samir Kaptan, a former chair of the Ghana Boxing Authority.
Good.
Three-time world champion Burma Azuma Nelson is on there as a special technical advisor. I'm looking at the list. Brigadier General Ishmael Benkote, he's a seasoned boxing administrator. Ni Akwe Bruce Thompson, lawyer and editor of the Supreme Court of Ghana Law Reports.
Very good.
Dr. Eric Tete Ayite, an internationally accredited ringside medic. He's a youngin in there. Kucho Furiasari, long-serving trainer of the National Amateur Boxing Team. There's Lester Niama Kwating, financial consultant and boxing investor. And there's Nat Ato, who has been covering boxing for years and is a seasoned ring announcer.
What will be their terms of reference?
So basically, their mandate is to design and implement a 5-year roadmap to sanitize the boxing ecosystem, restore public trust, enforce safety and medical standards, and conduct fresh elections to produce credible long-term leadership for the GB. And these details are kind of see Prince Donuleku of the Daily Graphic.
So we understand this afternoon the man who led the committee to produce a report you referenced is going to inaugurate this committee.
Yes.
And they will be given how long to normalize football, do we know?
Boxing, you mean?
Boxing, yes.
Yes, I don't know exactly how long this will take, but I'm sure we'll get details once it is launched. But again, if we had done this a while back, maybe in November, things should have been started.
So his report, the Nigerian boxer died in February.
In March.
The report was
in April.
Good. So if we had implemented
yes, would be November.
Would have had boxing running normally by now.
From November.
So we've lost about 6 months.
Yes.
Okay. But at least now the committee will be inaugurated and they'll be given some time to work. Yes. But does that end the issue or the other reforms that are needed? Or
no, I think that this is a great start. And the caliber of people who have been named know exactly what is required to get the sport back on track. I know a lot of people are upset. IT Powers was upset over the weekend because his fight got cancelled and all that. But ultimately, somebody must be responsible for the lives of the people who participate in this sport to make sure that it is done and it is organized properly for people to, those who enjoy it, to enjoy it, for those who participate in it, to participate in it safely, in a manner that allows them to grow and represent the country properly too. Because we also haven't had a boxer represent us properly in a long time due to the current system that exists. So baby steps, but at least there is progress. And I must commend the Ministry of Youth and Sports
for the swift statement they sent. I think it was Friday, right?
Yes, it came from the National Sports Authority actually.
Good. After the because I think the matter had not been really properly
digested.
Yes, and to wait for somebody to have died, second death. By the way, has he been buried, Baubali?
I would have to check with Gabriel Affair on that. But like I said,
I really think that the promoters or the state should at least take over his family or something, because Charlie, the amounts they are paid to go and die in the box, it wasn't a world championship fight or anything, but Charlie, for a boxer to be killed in this manner, it's terrible.
Yeah, and these are some of the things that this committee will look at doing it, but also for Ernesta Kushe's family. I hope they are able to help them. They can also get some closure. Because closure is always the most important thing.
The last time a normalization committee came into the news was a football normalization. From that experience, should we be optimistic?
Depends on where you stand.
No, because you need to be at a low state to even occasion need for normalization. So that tells you that things have gone really, really bad. So at least they've admitted that boxing is not in a good place. And we are a very talented country.
And we have known this for a very long time. You see, sometimes we know that there are problems. Nobody is willing to handle it. And you and I have always said this, that look, the work of reforming our country is not work for people who seek popularity. If you want to be popular and want people to like you,
you can't do the work.
You can't do the work. And sadly for us, most of the time, we have people who want to be popular and people who want to be liked occupying some of these positions. And so they do the barest minimum. They want to get by so that, they don't cause too much upheaval in the system and go. But we have so many problems in these spaces that sometimes you require somebody who is willing to append the bucket and say, look, everybody get out and let's do this. And hopefully this is one of those moments. We're not able to do that fully with football. But the nature of football and the nature of this sport is different. And this is one where these people, Samuel Captain has always been his own man, Azuma Nelson, you can't tell him anything.
So you're saying these people are people of high integrity, and we expect that their professionalism will be brought to bear.
Yes,
and they won't bend for anybody.
Yes, and what they do must it must reverberate within the corridors of boxing, promoters, matchmakers, sponsors, everybody, for people to understand that if you participate in this sport, this is what is supposed to happen. Give us proper structure.
If you look at the challenges we face in boxing, how low have we sunk? I'm asking this because last week you said to me that a lot of the fights are not proper fights. Like basically somebody wants to fight somebody because there are two names.
Yeah, they'll make money.
So we've gone off a bit.
Yeah, you see, what has happened is, and the people we use the popular, you heard Coach Nimli say it, Achiagbeshi. Basically, these are set-up fights. It's part of boxing. It's not something that you can overlook. The journeyman who is put in front of the prospect so that the prospect looks good. But there are times for it. But we have turned it into the mainstay of our boxing, where basically almost every fight is Achiagbeshi.
That shouldn't be the main.
That shouldn't be the mainstay. So
this Achiagbeshi, is it like street boxing?
No, it's basically a fight of convenience, but not in the sense of you. There's almost a guarantee that one person is going to lose, and you know who that person is.
Generally, a boxing bout is based on who is the number one contender, track record, a certain competitiveness.
You build a boxer.
So you get it. So if you are going to, for example, they say do a mandatory defense because they know that this challenger has fought enough to prove that he has a chance to fight you. The weight category is similar. Do you understand? His skill set shows that it will be a competitive fight. The thing about sports is that once the competitive element is compromised, it's not real sport. It's something else. You get, and so the kind of Achiagbeshi is more like, how can I go and fight somebody who's twice my size in a competitive fight? It's not possible. But people want to watch it because it's entertaining. Yeah. But the entertainment of sport is enhanced by its competitiveness and fairness.
Yeah. And also sometimes by the imbalance in skill levels.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. So either you bring a fading challenger to come and face a hot young prospect, beat him quickly, and then he goes his way so that he packs up his record. All those things happen. We have turned that into the mainstay of the sport, which shouldn't be so. And I think that is the main element. Also, with regards to our matchmaking and our promoters and our ranking system, they know what to do with it, but they need to improve it. The hottest boxers we have in Ghana international at the moment, Buffalo Soldier, Elisha, I've forgotten his name, and then Holy Dog Beto. But
never heard of them.
Yeah, but when they go out, Holy Dog Beto, I watched him in Saudi Arabia last month. He was getting smacked around, and he's one of the more competent ones we have around these days. But back in the day, when a prospect emerges from Ghana, everybody pays attention. So their job is to make sure that we get back to the point where when a prospect emerges from our boxing structure, everybody knows that this prospect is somebody that can go the distance. So big task this committee.
But can I also say that generally, globally, boxing itself is struggling? I mean, boxing is not what it used to be 20 years ago.
But boxing is facing serious competition from
MMA,
from mixed martial arts.
MMA.
It's nothing that you cannot overlook. The regularity of fights, the fact that the best regularly fight the best. But boxing is still the passion of a lot of people. It's the basis, it's the foundation sport for those in combat sports.
I'll give an example. In the 80s, everybody knew who the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world was.
It's become money.
Most of us knew who the main
champion,
boxing,
the main man was.
In Ghana, because of Azuma, we knew the featherweight. Then there's always the heavyweight champion of the world. Sometimes welterweight is pretty known. The weight divisions that were not that well known because in Ghana we didn't have those many. We didn't have middleweights and cruiserweights. But a lot of times it was welterweight, lightweight, featherweight.
That's our division.
That's our division. And of course the heavyweight champion of the world is a big sports star.
It's the blue ribbon division of boxing.
I don't know, for some reason it's who's the guy now? Who's the
Usyk. Alexander Usyk.
Something is just
No, I mean,
I think the
Usyk
last,
is a generational talent.
I
You
think,
can't even
I
go
think
there.
the last genuine super. You see, there's something about star attraction. So what Usain Bolt did for athletics. So when you had like Mayweather, he's a trash talker. He's arrogant. He's black. People want to watch the fight.
Followed by Canelo.
And there was Pac-Man. Then there's Canelo. But I mean, Canelo had this guy who beat him recently.
Terence Crawford.
Crawford is great, but you also need a pulling power. And I feel like the sport is not doing well because they are lacking people who can attract
The talent
the views.
The talent is there, but what has affected boxing is one, there are too many sanctioning bodies. So you used to have the big four, WBC, IBF. Right now we have IBO. You have this, and there are too many titles. It used to be just like 6 or 7
and
titles.
then they unify the titles with one fight.
Now
IBF will do WBC.
Now there are all kinds of titles in the sanctioning bodies. So everything is spread around, and then you also have a system where promoters protect their boxers more than used to happen. So
now you're not getting the real
exactly. You last week you were discussing the trilogy, the Hands Hagler fight with Sky when we're having our production meetings.
Sugar Ray Leonard,
Duran,
Marvin Hagler,
those
Thomas Hens.
They'll
unify and fight. Everybody will watch. It's
now
not like they are protecting anybody.
Now you have people just protecting their boxers and dodging the waiter. So you don't regularly have the best fighting the best.
So this
Unlike
Crawford
MMA
versus Canelo was even. I mean, because Canelo is on his way out, right?
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, so it's not.
We don't have that regular. So it's the biggest fight this year. So in this year you've had one. The one boxer that everybody and you are certainly, if I mention Naoya Inoue,
I don't know who he is.
Exactly, but basically biggest star in boxing right now.
Really?
Oh, yes.
What weight division?
Naoya, the monster Inoue has worked himself all the way up now to. He's far from flyweight all the way up. He's basically on a Manny Pacquiao kind of trajectory. He's the biggest draw outside of what Canelo and Crawford are doing. But again, that's not the point. It cements the point that you're making, that 10 years ago, everybody would know a Naoya Inoue type talent. It would be global.
Even Golovkin or whatever. I mean, when a boxer is good, you know.
Yeah.
But Charlie,
so they have work to do.
We have a lot of work to do in Ghana.
Because
for me, right, if you look at Ghana's Olympic history, the places we typically get medals, boxing would have been
amateur
the best.
boxing.
Amateur boxing. And even that is suffering.
Yeah.
The guy who won the bronze for us at the Commonwealth Games, I don't know where he is now.
I'm happy somebody took him somewhere to where he can focus. Because he was getting a bit wayward. But I'm happy he's now back on track.
He's gone professional.
Yeah, he's been taking
is he a featherweight or what?
I need to check. I think he's a bantamweight.
And where's Agbeko now?
Oh, he's retired. Yeah, he's dealing with his own issues.
So
he's managing himself.
What is our closest prospect to a world champion?
We don't have any.
Oh my God.
No.
The land of Azuma.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a world champion on the horizon.
Which is why we need normalization. Which is why we need normalization.
Why do we allow things to go so bad?
Because
is it corruption?
Because yes, it is. It is corruption. People are making money. You see, so
but they in America and they're also making money.
No, but the process of getting there.
Why do you need to be corrupt to make money? People are making money generally. Why do you have to? It's like you almost like saying that you can't
easy money. Maybe let's qualify.
Easy money.
Aren't people making money the proper way everywhere else?
Easy money.
Oh come on, guys.
You see, so
we all lose.
Exactly. No, but which is why they don't care.
Interest precedes everything.
You see, which is why I'm saying that they need to fix the divisions. They need to fix the rankings. They need to fix the promoters. They need to fix things so that we see proper challenges amongst themselves. So that by the time a boxer is, if we say the top ranked featherweight in Ghana boxing, the top ranked featherweight in Ghana boxing should be top 3 featherweights in Africa all the time.
Yeah.
The top ranked lightweight boxer in Ghana should perhaps be the best lightweight boxer in Africa all the time. That has always been the standard. When Isaac Dogbe, who was the last, I would say, relevant boxer we had, was fighting in the division that he was in, who was going to compete with him in Africa? Nobody. He was quite clearly the best in that division. So we need to get back to that point where we are producing
world-class
elite talent. We are no longer producing elite talent, and that's what the thing that pains me, that the most popular fighters are the West fighters.
So it's almost like we are going for the absurd.
Like they have powerful names, they have but there's now a focus more on the antics than the skill.
Yeah.
The other time I was talking about I mean no offense, but Bukom Banku, if you watched Bukom Banku when he was an amateur boxer and the early days of his professional career, Bukom Banku was a top tier talent of boxing.
When he started,
he had very little flaws. Bukom Banku's biggest flaw is work ethic. Talent was not a problem. He did not have the work ethic to see him through.
So he could have become a real great champion.
Bukom Banku was basically James Toney reborn. He had everything. But then you have his son, for instance, who is being pushed in a certain way. And if you watch Ambitious Tilapia, and he's a big draw. If Ambitious Tilapia is fighting, everybody wants to go watch. But he
has not been given the basics.
He should not have the kind of pool and the stages that he occupies based on his talent level. But we push them there. So once they start getting there, we're like, oh, the next time you will see he's in the UK fighting. Fighting some Commonwealth something. Then they'll slap him around in the UK. Then he comes back. We need to get a bit more serious with that. And so Azuma Nelson, Samir Kaptan, all these persons, Niakwe Bruce, Brigadier General Ismail Ben Korte, Dr. Eric Tete Ayite. Look, you have a big job, and I hope they listen to the professionals.
Okay.
Like